I got to spend 2 whole days away from the computer, which just means hard physical labor running around. But we had a beautiful community day. And the reason that I think this is relevant to coherence is with coherence and coherence conversations, what we're talking about is designing a new kind of event. And events really connect us with circular time, because usually they come around, and with just generally cycles. Anything that has beginning and an end in a way is alive, but there's so much of the digital and organizations where it's just assumed it should run forever. So yeah, I find the seasons bring us into contact with circular time, and this is events too. And that's how Spring Equinox connects to AI coherence conversations, which might seem very digital, but for me are rooted in this idea of cycles, of different energies being active in our lives at different times. So sometimes we're in outreach mode and we're excited. We go out, we talk to lots of people. And sometimes we're like, I just want to focus on the people that I have around me and go deeper. We need all of those different parts in our lives. So yeah, that's coherence. How was your weekend, Christine?
Yeah, good. I did some gardening as well. So I cleared out a bunch of like overgrown things at the front of the house. So making space for fresh energy.
Nice, beautiful. So last week, what did we do last week? I got the questions into the coherence conversations. So I'm super excited because this means that our web UI for coherence conversations is alpha complete. All of the features are in there. And I'm really excited to see how we play and what comes out of this. Having the conversations driven by questions. And I also spent it, so I spent 26 hours on the project, 18 on dev, the rest on admin, organizing. Excited that we have Antonio who is coming in, will be doing work in sales. And yeah, so we need to define his role. And so I've been thinking and exploring with these questions. Okay, so every conversation and everything that we do, we speak to a question. And for me, questions always connect me to Socrates and the Socratic method. So this idea that coherence conversations, it's the Socratic method at internet AI scale, is an interesting avenue of exploration. So that was my last week. How about you?
Beautiful. Yeah, I have a quick question just so that people who are listening can understand that people can edit those questions, right? Like if you host your own coherence journey or you're a lead for that, it's all customizable.
So whoever hosts and makes the invitation to the event decides what are the questions of inquiry. And then within the interface, we need to figure out how soft or how malleable we want to do this, and we will explore as we go. And of course, this is just the user interface. It has no power over you. There isn't an AI listening which will stop you and say, you're off track, you're saying the wrong thing. So it's an invitation. As always, everything that I do, it's an invitation. And then people flow with it as we go. And then we will also see how we can explore this and how this connecting and leading through questions can take us into deeper inquiry. I think it's the start. I've already started thinking of how when people are viewing this, they can connect and then respond with another video, with another question. I think there is different directions of exploration we will take this as we figure out with it. It's a playground for all of us to discover together.
Beautiful. Yeah. So I'll give a quick recap of what I did. Last week, I have been exploring a couple of synthesis partners for the Coherence COP tech stream. So there's a bit of a combination there of people who have tools already and can offer their value in the synthesis level. And we're starting to consider how to bring those people together and to have the conversation around coherence in a shared space. We're also developing a community of practice journey in our custom CRM, which is METIS, and that's going to guide people.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay.
What is the Coherence community of practice?
Well, so we're conceptualizing a gathering space for people who resonate with what coherence is about. So the mission, the values, the focus generally on collaborative intelligence, and also humans and AI being wiser together. So that's the foundation. And from there, we will have practitioners and creatives and researchers and tech builders and many people in this space who can contribute to that wisdom together, but also lead that directly into client work. So we have a practical outlet for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. And to that direction?
Yeah, so that's this is getting ready to come up. I think we will be able to organize a group call in the next couple of weeks. We've got a good group of about 10 people already, maybe 12, and with many more people on the list. So I'll be continuing to develop partner program materials as well, which I got to discuss with Antonio. And so there's a crossover between ecosystem and sales, and we're looking at how the community of practice also plays in with that.
Nice. And our plans this week, I think I'm going to pause a bit on the dev, focus on admin, onboarding, catching up on outreach, and really thinking of who we bring into the collaboration and how. Because we have a need for a lot of people, but we also appreciate that in order to engage people and to bring them in meaningfully, it requires work and organization from our side. Yeah. So how about you?
Yeah, so I posted some of the workstream lead roles online last week, including LinkedIn and on WellFound, which is a startup co-founder, team member finder site. It's a big global one. And I'm starting to just look around at other sites like that, looking for some of these key workstream lead people that are still missing from our team. So that's a priority, as well as upgrading our Coco bot for people who are coming in to provide more information.
Nice. And this is an invitation. Anybody who'd like to know more about coherence, talk to Coco. We'll include the links.